Welcome to Real Estate Uncensored, the place for actionable ideas to reach people online, build your personal brand, and get more clients. That is Greg McDaniel, the Junior Grand Master of Sales in the co-pilot seat.
And that is Matt Johnson, agency owner, author of Microfamous, and certified Greg Wrangler.
Each week, you're going to hear from some of the best coaches, leaders, brokers, top producing agents, and social media experts, all with one goal: give you the sales and marketing tactics to up your game today.
Okay, now let's jump back into the latest episode of Real Estate Uncensored. Hey everybody, welcome back to another amazing edition. This is Real Estate Marketing Round Table. Now we are going to be having a lot of fun because we're uncensored here. We're always going to be uncensored. We have incredible co-hosts. We don't have a guest, but we have some content that's going to rock your freaking world. Jake Wolf is going to drop hammer, and he's going to drop hammer again. He's going to drop hammer again. This is stuff you guys have never heard before, so I want you guys to stay put, listen to what's going on. Now, before I bring my amazing co-hosts on, here is our intro. Because for some reason it's not working. Okay, I guess we're not going to do that today. The internet has spoken to us.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It was working.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
It's working over here, Greg.
Yes, it was.
Oh, all right. Well, I can't. Okay, fine. We're going to do it again. Bye. God, I hope the editors keep that clip in because I could not hear that. Okay, I just couldn't hear that. Jimmy's shaking his head. Nick is dancing in the music, and Jake is shaking his head, going, "Why do I work with these fools?" But it's okay.
Room for improvement. Room for improvement.
Room for improvement. I'm showing 7 live on Facebook, and I show nothing on your screen, so your internet is already sketchy.
All right, Sakis. We'll get to you in a second, my friend. But I have first I have Mr. Gene Volpe, the evil bald ninja. How are you? You look extra bald, which I'm sure you have not shaved in a couple of days. So how are you, brother?
Yeah, you're right. I think I'm about 2 days out. I'm going to take it to the wood later today so I can spice it all up. I do say I didn't realize I was coming in. Like, I don't know if these two guys, our counterparts, just came from church. What's going on? Like, they're dressed up. I didn't know that this was
I'm gaining weight, so I wore black to try to be slimmer. That's my excuse. But I think Mr. Wolf has got some important announcements, and he's got his Ron Burgundy suit on today. So
wait, before we get into that, can I ask a question? I sent a picture of a football game the other night to the three of you guys, and I got a couple thumbs up, and I got and I'm just curious if you guys got what it was that I was sending you.
I was very enthralled that Jack Fox was kicking for the Detroit Lions.
It was.
I couldn't believe it. I actually spit my milk out. Like
Did you catch that? Boy. Did you catch that, Mr. Jack Fox?
I did. Yeah. I did. And you know what? I wasn't going to go ahead and put any more motivation behind the Jack Fox movement because I'm a Green Bay fan, true and tried. Green and gold.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Very sorry.
Deep roots to Green Bay. So
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude! Green Bay is actually one of my favorites. It's Niners and then Green Bay. So, hey, my grandfather would kill me if I didn't like the Niners.
Interesting for you and I, then Greg.
Then game on, sir. Whoever wins buys the best bottle of scotch we can find at the wine store. Sounds like that.
Done.
How's that?
Done.
Oh, we got somebody who's a Saints fan screaming "Who dat" already. We need to change the subject.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Yeah.
Guys,
We
all
got
up on this.
our own quarterback, Jameis Winston, who's actually doing pretty good over there right now. I guess he just needed a change of scenery.
I guess you weren't awake on Sunday?
Well, yeah, Sunday, but I mean, his first game was good.
No,
Okay, guys. We're going to get off sports because since I think football is still played with a hockey puck. Let's jump over into start doing some real lead generation conversations. How you're going to stand out from other agents and really bring valuations. And it could be talking about sports and wearing your jersey to the listing appointments, which may or may not go well for you. We brought Gene in, Mr. Nick Sakis. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. How are you?
Fantastic. Like I said, if we are still going to continue on the Bucks train, I mean, I don't know why you guys aren't moving to Tampa Bay. It's unbelievable the amount of championships that are being birthed in Tampa Bay right now. No state income tax, and beautiful weather, 24/7. I don't understand why everybody isn't calling our team to move to Florida right this second.
That's a funny thing you mentioned that, and we're very well done on the lead in. We have Mr. Jake Wolf with us, guys. We're going to be talking about something that will literally, and I'm not kidding around when I say this, this could and would and will change your business in a fundamental way, and no one else is going to be able to offer this kind of what they're putting out there. Now, what Jake's going to talk about is going to be revolutionary, but I also want to hear Nick and Gene. I want to hear your thoughts on how you can market this thing. So, Jake, I'm going to give you the floor, my friend. Rock it out of the park. I have some questions for you. I know everybody else will, but let's go.
Yeah. So today is a very big day, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Clever Leads and the Clever Nation. And we wanted to go ahead and bring this opportunity to all of the viewers that are true and tried to our heart here on Real Estate Uncensored as an early opportunity to go ahead and get involved with what has been built behind the scenes here for the last year and a half. So we're going to talk a little bit today regarding what is Clever Leads, kind of why it was built, and what is this Clever Nation transportation opportunity, okay, which is the big thing that's coming out. So as most of you know, Clever Leads got set up to go ahead and empower you guys at your fingertips to go ahead and control your own marketing initiatives for your real estate business, from advanced advertising to websites that are advanced tracking for your retargeting purposes, to a powerful CRM, to virtual assistant services, and so much more, right? Postcarding and all these things. Now, one of the things that we went ahead and took a look at hard when we audited the real estate agent industry is most people are saying the same old song and dance, right? It's, hi, it's me, I'm number one, I did it again. Things along those lines, right? Everybody's always looking for what is the best thing to go ahead and tell your prospective buyers or sellers so that you can gain this attention. And when it comes down to it, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at competing forces from Wall Street. We're looking at big companies that are putting brand and advertising right into the homes of your prospective consumers, talking about what? Financial incentives or convenience incentives to go ahead and motivate the attraction, the attention, and things along those lines. So we went ahead and partnered with a national transportation company and organized the logistics to go ahead and empower the Clever agents and the Clever Nation to where you guys can offer free move programs, local and long distance across country, to your prospective home buyers and sellers, literally passing along a gesture of $10,000 to $25,000 that they would have to incur anyway. So we're going to talk about this today. You guys have the opportunity to join the Clever Nation. We are allowing for exclusivity to your zip code, low entry fee, $97 to secure your territory. You get set up with our national transportation companies. We help you get established with your local transportation vendors. All the marketing material is there. And then you get access to the new Clever Leads Inner Circle, which is high impact training, education, marketing, guest speakers, the whole 9 yards. And this is something that's going to go ahead and revolutionize the way that real estate is done, because now you have something of true value to go ahead and send out to your farms, to advertise with and everything else, and say, hey guys, you shouldn't be using any other real estate agent. Find out if your home qualifies. 99% of homes do. Otherwise, they're going to have to go ahead and incur the burden of that move financially and the burden themselves. So
let's talk a little bit about your backstory and kind of how you came up with this and kind of how this came to reality. A lot of folks, this is not something that's easy to understand. I've been working with you for a year, almost 2 years now, and I'm able to track with you on conversations, but a lot of folks aren't. So walk us through your backstory, and then I want to talk and go over the offer that you're going to be able to offer out to the folks, because it is something, it's super simplistic, but it's also super complicated and in depth at the exact same time. So let's start the backstory and then go into the offer, and then talk about some of the what people are doing, what we call the old song and dance, and how we can sidestep that.
Let's take a look at what home sellers have to deal with right now. If you don't have a Dodge Ram with a 24-foot trailer and you're willing to go ahead and move your stuff yourself, what do you have to do? You have to go rent something, right? Rent a 26-foot moving truck from some of these different name brands, or you're going to go ahead and connect with some of the LTL residential moving companies. And now you're going to be looking at a large quote. Oh my gosh, it's going to cost me $25,000 to go ahead and move from California to Florida. This is a big expense. This is what people are literally faced with every single time that they plan on making a transition. So how can we participate and help out? The backstory here is our national transportation vendor and our partner owned a moving company many years ago and has been in the business for over 20 years. So he was working in the Las Vegas area with his moving company and was contracted to some residential leasing apartments and condominiums. And they wanted to use a free move program as a gesture, as an incentive to go ahead and fill up their vacancies. So it was such a powerful hook that they literally filled up over 300 units in record time. Everybody was elated and happy and excited. Okay, so the manager from that residential leasing facility was also a licensed real estate agent, went ahead and came to our partner at the moving company and said, hey, I want to go ahead and offer this to home sellers and buyers, and I want to be able to move them locally and also out of state. So they organized a way to go ahead and handle that, where he would use this as a marketing opportunity, putting it out in front of folks, letting them know as a gesture, this is what their company is willing to go ahead and do. Obviously, it tipped the scales very well. In the first 6 months, I believe, the real estate agent with this pitch was able to go ahead and pull in $130,000 of commissions, and ultimately he had to cover $35,000 in moving expenses for any of his clients that he went ahead and moved. So this made so much sense to our partner in the moving space that he went out and got his real estate license. And in the first 12 months, just by pitching the promotion, was able to go ahead and sell 43 homes just by word of mouth, because he's moving people. And it expanded to the point where by the time that the housing market went ahead and collapsed, the moving company had over a dozen full semis and moving trucks, all catering only to their team, which ultimately was selling 150 homes every single 30 days. Okay. So that's the backstory. So it's a very hardcore hook. It makes perfect sense. You're incentivizing by these different types of motivations, especially financially, because every type of home seller always thinks, well, why should I use that agent and what's in it for me? Okay. So now here, fast forward a little bit. What are we able to do inside of the national space to be able to cater to every single agent that has controlling territory in every single zip code in the United States? We need a large amount of trucks. Okay. Semis are rolling up and down the road, moving the American lifeblood right now as we speak. All right. So owner operators, let's talk about that. These are entrepreneurs. These are people that go to the bank and they sign on the dotted line for $250,000 or more for that semi and that trailer. All right. Now they have to create relationships with manufacturers and distributors so that they're open for business, start picking up freight, moving it from point A to point B. So this is happening in America as we speak. Now, these owner operators are the best in the business. They're insured. They have personal willingness to go ahead and make sure that their loads get done right on time, because it's their brand, right? They're their own business owners. So we wanted to go ahead and tap into the owner operator network across the United States of America to be able to contract these people to go ahead and handle our clients' moves. We didn't want another horror story of some, what we call seat jockey, running for a different company that has no incentive to go ahead and do it. Now let's talk about a little bit of history here. All right. So before technology went ahead and evolved to what it is right now, if you were to go out and get that semi and start participating as your own business owner in that regard, you would have to go over and start creating relationships with different dispatchers and different companies and manufacturers saying, hi, I'm Jake and I run this outfit and I'm open for business. And what do you got for me? And it was cumbersome. Okay. It was cumbersome not only for the manufacturers and distributors of our great country to go ahead and find quality people to go ahead and haul their freight, which was reliable. And it was also cumbersome for the owner operators to go ahead and find available hauls. All right. So technology started changing our transportation industry, and our whole country has evolved economically because of it. Now, there are logistics exchanges where manufacturers and distributors can go ahead and put their loads available for these owner operators to go ahead and connect with. So now they're making it easy to go ahead and actually transact and coordinate and dispatch trucks to make sure freight and manufacturing goods are being hauled. Now, the manufacturers and distributors needed a way to understand how much a lane cost would be. So here's what happened. If I own a manufacturing facility and I need one of my hauls moved from Omaha, Nebraska to Denver, Colorado, I would need to understand what is the average cost for that lane so that I can now take and factor it into my manufacturing and distribution. Okay. Understanding how much it costs to produce goods, how much it costs to go ahead and get it ready for shipment, how much it costs for distribution and shipping to and from locations. It all has to be factored in. So most all of the lanes in the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, are standardized and averaged out now because of technology. So there's an average lane cost. This is a very competitive area. Some of these loads are being won and lost by the tune of 10 cents because of the standardization of lanes for owner operators in the manufacturing and distribution of goods in the United States of America. Okay. So we have created relationships with the top 3 logistics hubs and now have the ability to, one, not only understand what the actual cost is for that lane, but we can go ahead and go in and bid on the network to owner operators who are available to go ahead and take these loads at certain times in real time. So now the Clever Nation, in association with our national moving providers, are able to go ahead and book and dispatch loads all across the United States of America and coordinate with the national companies and local vendors to go ahead and take and load all of these different things. And what's the beautiful part is we're already 60 to 70% less cost by tapping into this network with the best drivers in the United States of America, so that you, if you are part of the Clever Nation, can go ahead and use this unique selling proposition and really dominate your competition for the tune of $97 to go ahead and get started up, secure your territory, and get involved in this program. So that's the backstory here. We understand that there is a heavy inflation in the moving companies. We understand that these prices for rental vehicles, 26-foot moving vans, have gotten out of control. All right, they're taking a run at all of the people that are moving right now. So we are coming in to balance the scales and to make sure that we have a strong financial hook to where now you are able to literally tell your prospective home buyers and sellers, if you use any other agent besides us, you will have to incur this expense and do it yourself. Or let's find out if your home qualifies. All right. So that's the backstory, Greg.
I love it, man. I love it. Let's talk a little bit about, actually, I want to get Nick and Gene. I want to kind of get some of your opinions on this. I mean, where do you see this going? I mean, in regards to just visibility and the opportunity to market this in an effective way so that people can really take advantage of this. Because I've done this, and I did this when Jake and I were originally working through the concept of this whole program. And I talked to one person, and I've already gotten 2 deals out of it. And I literally had 1 conversation off of it. So when it comes to a mass opportunity for marketing, Nick, where would you take this immediately to get the most visibility and create the biggest buzz?
Well, can we talk about the pre-show when he was giving away a pair of Aaron Rodgers underwear as part of a signing bonus to get started here? I mean, guys, for $97 a month, get some signed Aaron Rodgers underwear. I think it's a no-brainer. But yeah, all jokes aside,
what about my signed underwear? I mean, that should be like at least $15. I mean, my gosh,
it should. I think you should throw in some socks. Yeah. But no, man. I mean, we've talked about ad infinitum on shows about unique selling propositions. So your exact question on where would I go to market this to be effective, how about like anywhere, right? It's literally a no-brainer type offer and something that's really going to set you apart from everybody in your competition. So even if you're organically marketing on your social profiles, being able to have a real solution to a problem is all a business really is, right? So, Jake and his team have done a great job of going down the rabbit hole and helping people come up with a solution to essentially a problem that they know every seller has. And when you're in that arena, you're going to have a winning proposition. So, I mean, Jake's already proven it. It's already been done. It's not like you guys are test bunnies or anything, or beta or anything like that. You guys are going to be in the thick of it right away, being able to launch something that is effective. And I think it's a great idea. I think it's a very strong selling proposition.
Yeah. Gene, give me your thoughts on this as well. And no, Dan, this is not a one-time fee. It's a monthly fee to be a part of this. Jake, please confirm that.
Absolutely. Yeah. $97 one-time fee, no contract commitment. If you end up lapsing for some reason in payment, you have 30 days to remedy before we start putting agents on the waiting list into your position.
Perfect. Gene, give me your thoughts in regards to kind of some marketing opportunities. We've heard from Nick, and we're talking with Jake, and we have a couple of other questions. I know we're going to keep this a little bit of a shorter show today, but how would you take this opportunity? Because this is an opportunity that, guys, I'm telling you from personal experience, this is like going to a bonfire and throwing gasoline, not lighter fluid, gasoline onto it and watching the forest burn, because you will decimate your competition. So, Gene, give me your bald ninja techniques that would take this and blow it up.
Can we first talk about Chris Manka?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You want to read it? Yeah. I'll be the first to pay any amount for a signed pair of G. McDee's silk boxers. And I think he's talking about worn, of the worn type, not the new type.
This
ready for this?
Ones that I just went for a run on. Okay, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Actually, the sweat it raises the price. So I'm going to say something. I don't want you all to be shocked about this one because I'm going to go a different route. I would be looking into billboards, and I would be looking into television airtime. We have. Obviously, you got to do some of the math, right? I got to see what it's going to cost me to run all that stuff, and then figure out how many deals I need to capture with this new service before I can say if it makes sense, right? Like, don't go spend $850,000 on a television commercial and tell me you're upside down because every deal you make is $800. So, but I found we're looking into some stuff on my side, and I happen to run into a television producer who does a 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. slot. On one of the, I would say it's like the third, that could be off. It might be the fourth or fifth, but it's like the third most watched section. It's mostly by women 55 and older. This is some of the data I'm getting off of it. But this guy works there as an executive producer. When I get talking to him, I go, look, I'm curious to see what on-air advertising looks like these days with the influx of all the people going towards social media. And he goes, we'll do 90-second to 3-minute commercials or even interviews. You could come on and do an interview. And he goes, we charge like somewhere between $500 and $1,000. And he went, and you can negotiate with us. I was like, oh, okay. So I talked to my guys on my side, and I'm like, for $500 or $1,000 or a run of 10 commercials at $500 over different periods of time, over different periods of days, hell, that's worth it. Like, so let me go on there and start advertising this new service, capture some new buyers, see if it works, do something that's within your budget. I mean, if you can't afford $5,000, maybe spend $2,000 and try and drive them to a landing page where you can capture their information, and then use Jake's services to close on some deals.
Interesting. Jake, I would love to jump in with you on that one with OTT. I think you're going to take it out of the park on this one.
Yeah, so we run geofencing and OTT advertisement where we can addressably go ahead and put 15, 30-second commercials right into the houses that you're wanting to. So your farm territory, if there's 1,000 addresses in your farm, we could take your farm territory, load it up into our intelligence network, identify, let's say 600 smart televisions. Then we can go ahead and cater a budget strategically to that audience. There's a lot of these different things. So just like,
so what is OTT?
Yeah, OTT advertisement is us being able to serve 15, 30-second commercials into all of the smart televisions that are in the United States right now while people are streaming their channels and viewing in-app, HGTV, Nat Geo, Discovery, Weather Nation, and on and on. So what's nice about this is that they can't fast forward it. We know there's been a heavy transition into the smart television space, and now these people would rather go ahead and watch their programs that they have added to their smart televisions in channel. And we know when they're watching it, and we can demand side purchase advertising on those 15, 30-second commercials and put it in front of them.
Let's break that down a little further for the folks that are confused. OTT is over the top advertising, which means you're basically going over the cable box. So it's not an advertisement that you go down to channel 17 and run an advertisement through the coax cable to the cable box. It's you running an advertisement over the internet to somebody's Roku device.
Correct.
Right? There you go. He says in-app. So it's they call it over the top because you're basically circumventing your traditional standard cable satellite, and you're using, because everybody's TV now is smart, it's hooked up to the internet. So you're now able to go through in-apps. You know, you got your Roku, your Fire Stick, yeah, your Google Chrome, whatever, and you can hit those things. So when people are watching those devices, you're sliding your advertisement in on those apps.
On demand,
So
strategically, aggressively, yeah. So
Jake, what you're saying is that you know exactly when people are going to be watching their favorite apps, so you're not wasting cash on people who won't be a right candidate, and you can do a geofence around that property or to that address or whatever else, and you then can be strategic in regards to who you're going to talk to, and you don't have to do the shotgun, you're doing the laser approach, and only when they're available, not when they leave the TV on for the dog to watch all day long. Is that accurate, or am I off?
If the television is on and they're viewing a program that's participating inside of our network and it's streaming, we know that television is on, and now we can go ahead and demand side purchase those 15, 30-second commercials and put it onto their television. So yes, it's very strategic and it's very laser pointed. I want to get back to the transportation hook opportunity here a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. I can't express the urgency enough. This is a early release to each and every single one of you on Real Estate Uncensored, because we're giving you an opportunity to go ahead and secure your zip code. The benefits of this, you can go ahead and purchase one, or you can purchase multiple zip code territory that you control. While you are active every single 30 days, we will stand behind you to help you push out these programs, help you get established, help you understand. Now, you are getting invited at that low cost into our inner circle. I can't tell you how powerful this group is going to be. It is going to be high intensity training. All of the marketing questions that you've ever thought about, we are going to be breaking things down top to bottom, going deep down the rabbit hole to go ahead and help you understand how to become a marketer. We're going to be bringing in examples of what to do and not to do. We are going to be literally showing strategy, making suggestions, bringing in guest speakers. It is going to be one of the most powerful ever inside inner circle groups, and it's going to cater strategically to the folks part of the Clever Nation. Now, the mission of the Clever Nation, and we will fill it up. There are roughly 42,000 zip codes in the United States of America. It is our intention and our mission to go ahead and have territorial control in each and every single one of those zip codes. Why? Because the referral network capability of this is so powerful. We here at the Clever Nation are going to start flying a national brand around the country, letting everybody that is thinking about buying or selling a home that our agents are the only ones that are able to go ahead and give this offer and gesture. We have a call center established to go ahead and receive phone calls or online ads and information. Our people will be connecting with Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith and finding out where their home is and where they're moving to. So it's important to be listed. You will receive an email of that seller lead or buyer lead that you're going to participate with, and you can work with the other Clever Nation agent in California on the sell side and the buy side out of Orlando. Coordinate the transportation, and everybody will be blessed and unstoppable because of it. There are many things that we will be sharing about what is the right way to go and expose this. Nick said it best. Every opportunity is a good opportunity to expose what makes you unique in your business compared to your competitor. And this is what we've been waiting for to this point. Today is the #1 open day. 2 days from now, we will be sending text messages and emails to hundreds of thousands of real estate agents that we've gathered information on, inviting them over to go ahead and see this gesture. So you today viewing this have a very unique opportunity to go ahead and revolutionize your business at such a low cost. Now, if you don't already have a Clever Leads CRM or are not participating yet, what the benefit that you're going to have available to you today is this. You can go to cleverleads.com, take a look at the Clever Nation videos that we put there explaining more about the program. You're going to sign up and automatically you're going to get enrolled into Clever Leads on a trial account. Now, then you can go ahead and secure your zip code territory, but now you have the whole world at your fingertips, a whole marketing agency at your fingertips. You can go to the subscriptions and billing section and you can purchase an advanced tracking website and get it set up. You can add like a calling card, additional telephony to your CRM capabilities. You can go ahead and start importing all of your lists of your data and start working with emails and campaigns and landing page builders and many different things. All right. You can go ahead and assign different things to our 2-click postcarding capability. You can go ahead and purchase a virtual assistant that's trained on how to go ahead and be your cold texter and prospector and everything else right inside. You literally have a whole marketing agency at your fingertips right now by participating at $97 a month. So you can cater the needs to your business. If you want to purchase advertising, OTT commercials, geofencing, these are all custom advertising campaigns. Our video editors will work with you. Our graphic designers will identify your campaign and deploy it. This is the one thing in the real estate industry that hasn't been there, and this is why we built this. We have provided you all of the marketing agency tools. We are going to give you the education, knowledge, and everything else inside of the inner circle. And we are going to go ahead and provide you with a very powerful, unique selling proposition and hook that's going to absolutely dominate your competition. And we are going to support you with it, even with a national brand. So please act now. 1 agent per zip code. If you are a broker listening to this, if you are a team leader listening to this, how powerful is something like this to go ahead and start interviewing other agents, letting them know that we are going to start exposing, because we've been approved to go ahead and offer this gesture, and we're getting ourselves set up in the local area and on a national level. And we need additional people to go ahead and help support the movement, because we're getting ready to tell all of the homeowners here in the local area what they can receive by doing business with us versus our competitor. It is time to go ahead and take back control, ladies and gentlemen, of your business in the local area, instead of being trampled on by some of these national companies that are walking all over you. We can, as real estate agents, as professionals in this industry, take back control. And these are the things that we continually preach about, but now they're readily available to you, and you are backed by some powerhouse people, including all of the gentlemen on this show that will be participating inside the inner circle, making suggestions and making it easier for you to implement these strategies so that you can dominate and actually be successful in this industry. So please come on over to cleverleads.com, take a look at the video. It's an easy sign up.
If you guys can't see it, Nick is in full salute.
God damn, I feel good about that.
No, it's a true thing, guys. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. This is not a pitch fest. This is an opportunity for you guys to kind of really understand what's going to be coming down the pipe. You have the opportunity. And again, I know I have zero ownership interest in Clever. I just love Jake. I love Nick. I love Gene. And I think what they bring to the table is incredibly powerful. Something that we're talking about right now. Go do some research, check it out. Take a look at Clever. Take a look at what the offer is going to be. Then reach out to Gene and Nick and talk about, marketing opportunities or how you can, 10x this thing to another level. It is unbelievable how powerful this is. This is literally kryptonite to Superman. Superman being the corporate elites, the folks that are controlling the business and trying to get into the business, because they can get a large share of of your local marketplaces. But when you utilize this type of a tactic, they cannot compete with you. We do the old dog and pony dance. Like, look at me, I'm so cool. We're like a peacock, puffing up our feathers. How amazing I am. In reality, it's not about you anymore, you fucking retards. And I say retards because I'm dyslexic, and I can say that and own that because I'm dyslexic and ADHD. Gene is like shaking his head going, oh, man, where did you go with that? Come on, man. Good
room
God.
for improvement.
Room for
Yeah,
improvement.
there's a ton of room for improvement there. You ain't kidding.
Hey, shut up. Hey, I flunked second grade, okay? So give me a break. But the thing is about this is that you guys now have the power and the ability to go out and be a dominating force. Everyone on the screen is laughing and smiling when they're silent. So if you guys are listening to this, you don't see that. You have something that you can give to someone that's going to be the best gift on God's green earth, because you're going to save them between $10,000 and $25,000 on average on moving costs.
Let's talk about some stories.
Huh?
I've got some recent stories
Let's
to go ahead and tell you guys. Okay, so these are some of the things that have actually happened. One, not so long ago, there was a gentleman that went ahead and heard about this offer, okay, and asked one of the agents to go ahead and come over, scheduled the move, and built the listing. All right. While they were there, the phone call comes in. Dad, I heard you're listing with another real estate agent. Yes, honey, I am. His daughter was a Century 21 agent. The father says, honey, you weren't going to move me for free. Powerful, right? To go ahead and abandon a family member representation to go ahead and have this type of incentive. Here's another one that just recently happened. Okay, so there was a friend of our moving partner all the way out in Virginia. Okay, and his mother and father went ahead and booked with one of the national brands a move, and they settled on a quote. Mom and dad had to go ahead and give $5,000 down. Day one, they didn't show up. Day two, didn't show up. Day three, didn't show up. Finally, the friend goes ahead and calls our moving partner and says, hey, I don't know if you can go ahead and help us out at all whatsoever, but the actual buyers are here with their movers trying to get in, and we still don't have our stuff out of the house. We went through our program. We were able to go ahead and put on our network, find a semi, get an owner operator there the very next morning, hire the local moving company to go ahead and help with the load, move it all the way from Denver to Newport News, Virginia. Hire another company to go ahead and handle it. The total cost, $8,500. Truck, driver, fuel, moving. Next morning, truck shows up, hire the local moving company, get it done, and everything else to go ahead and help bail out these people. But while the national brands are pitching mid 20,000s, we're able to go ahead and participate with other local companies to go ahead and help facilitate the local logistics of the actual move itself and actually get the haul done at that price point. Pretty powerful type stuff. And the stories go on and on. You'll end up hearing inside the inner circle from our transportation partners and other people that have participated with this thing, many stories, and talk about the referability, because the phone calls happen all the time where my mother's brother's best friend's sister's aunt went ahead and told me that you moved this person for free. Can I get moved for free? So the referability happens, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a big hook, and we're proud to go ahead and be bringing it out. And proud to empower you guys.
That's not a joke. I'm sorry to cut you off, my friend, but that's not a joke. I mean, when you and I first started talking about this months ago, I mentioned it to one client of mine, and her name is Paige, wonderful woman. She and I crack each other up. And I told her that I'd move her for free, and she's going to be going from here to Salt Lake City to be with her sister. And she loved the idea, got the listing, not a problem. And then she told another friend, her name is Karen, who lives in my complex. And I got Karen into another unit in my complex, and she's raving about the opportunity and the ability to have everything moved at a zero cost basis to her. And she said, quote unquote, she's going to refer every single person she knows to me based upon the fact that I can move her for free. And I'm like, dang, that's a testimonial. And in one conversation, I got 2 deals. So guys, I mean, imagine taking Jake, Nick, Gene, these geniuses, and being able to, use their brains and promote this out to your local databases and your communities and everything else. Look, like, again, this is not a sales pitch. This is just an opportunity that's been, it just came out. Actually, Jake called me last night and he said he just launched his new website last night. So this is brand spanking new. Like, this is like a baby that just came out of the mama, and it's ready to grow and have a great life. What are you going to do with it? I mean, are you guys going to, feed it and let it grow and turn into a giant, humongous, amazing human? Or are you just going to let it die? But you have to take advantage of what's in front of you, because this will change your business. Just take advantage of the opportunity, or at least have a conversation. I mean, that's the least you can do, to have a conversation about this, because if you don't, I guarantee you someone else will. End of story.
For $97 a month right now, ladies and gentlemen, to even have just access to the inner circle and the knowledge that we're going to be sharing is priceless. All right. Plus, you're going to have an opportunity to have exclusive territorial control. So for all of you guys that are literally sitting here thinking, well, what is this and what should I do? After your second trip to McDonald's, I want you to think about Sarge. We are literally going to have one real estate agent per zip code. And if you're running a team or a brokerage, you have the ability at your discretion to go ahead and allow for your other agents to go ahead and do this. And you're going to learn all about it and get all established. And there's no contract commitment at all whatsoever. There's no hidden punches, and it's a full win situation across the board. We will be filling up 42,000 zip codes, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you inside of the network, because we'd hate to be competing against you. And this is one of the things that we're putting out right now early on Real Estate Uncensored, because of our